Good evening, everybody. Guys, gals, everything in between. What say you? What say you? How is everybody doing tonight? Today was actually such a nice day outside. A refreshing change. Not so hot. How is everybody? Did everybody see the movie reviews that myself and my new co-host Cai Cai posted today? We did a live stream at around, I think it was 4 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, just showing people the new releases for this week. I think there was about 26 movies we talked about. And then at the end of the live stream, sort of like with half an hour left, Kai Kai had some major issues. And she was doing it by audio. And she got disconnected from Hangouts, or something happened. And it was just like so funny because tried over and over and over to get a hold of her. And then Knife Collector was there, Boudica was there, and everybody was just wondering what happened to the Kai Kai. But then she eventually came back. We finished it off. We were already kind of finished before that even happened, but it was um, it was a good chuckle, shall we say? So who's out there? Who's here? Who's there? Who's everywhere? Where are my regulars? Hi, haha, me again. And this time you didn't get disconnected. Hopefully you'll be here for the whole hour this time and not have like some issues and just disappear and not be able to connect again. But Kai Kai, I want to thank you for those reviews. You watch a lot of movies, so you really knew what you were talking about, every single one of them, and you make it like I really want to watch all 26 of them, even the ones that were like romantic comedies and stuff. But there was that other one. We said that, oh, the top three that we want to watch is like um, postcard postcard killing or something like that. The one from like the 30s. That's the one I really want to watch, and the woman. But there was one you mentioned that you said I would probably like because it was a cheesy 80s movie. It was called Pretty Something, I think, and I wanted to really check that out. But I forgot the title. It was Pretty Something. I didn't go back to check, but I want to check out the trailer on YouTube later because it really does look like my type of movie. And it looked a lot like Rami and Michelle's high school reunion. I don't know if you saw that, but that was really, really funny. Thank you. Haha, it's called Pretty Sweet. That's it. That's the one. I think Patricia Arquette is in that, or yeah, Patricia Arquette. Oh, sorry, typo. Where? Thank you. Haha, it's called Pretty Sweet. Where's the typo? That was right, wasn't it? It's called Pretty Sweet, I think. Unless you're saying it's a typo because it's called something else. If you are just joining, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Oh, pretty smart. So is it pretty smart or pretty sweet? Pretty smart, I guess, then. Or you're saying I'm pretty smart. Ah, okay, got it, got it. I know. The movie's called Pretty Smart. You don't need to correct me. I know. Gonna go and see some of the top true crime stories of today. Haha, nope, meaning I'm not smart. Is that what you're saying? 80 Krauser has arrived. I got a scary movie for you. Masters of the Universe was on Encore just now. Sounds like He-Man. Was it He-Man? Oh, Master of the Universe. Let me check this one up real quick. Masters of the Universe. Okay. So it's a brand new movie, 80 Krauser. And welcome back, my friend, my regular Masters of the Universe. Is that like a He-Man movie? That's what I thought. Masters of the Universe from 1987? That's He-Man. Is that the one you're talking about? Let me show you the cover. Oh my god, it's Dolph Lundgren too. This one? It's friggin' He-Man. Yeah, if it's that one, that's not scary. That's like from the cartoon back in the 80s. He-Man Masters of the Universe and She-Ra. I remember those cartoons, but no, they weren't scary. You must be talking about another movie. It can't be that one. Unless it's called something else of the universe. But Masters of the Universe, the only one is um is the He-Man one. There's supposed to be a reboot of that one that we're talking about from the 80s, but not a horror. No, it's the He-Man. It's so bad it's terrifying. That's what you mean by a horror movie. So scarily, like brutally bad. Man, you had me going there for a minute. You were getting me like all excited. Like, oh, there's a horror movie I can like watch that I know nothing about. I mean, John McCain is the villain. How scary is that? Well, that's a pretty political horror movie, I guess. I don't think that would interest me too much, but I think your little snake episode last night was more of a horror movie. Whatever happened to that? Hey, up, down, turn around. What's up, my friend? Welcome back. I'll give an update later on around in about half an hour's time about that movie trivia thing we were talking about for the last couple of nights. I will let you guys know when that will start. Um, I do have a date in mind as to when that will begin. So we'll talk about that at around 11:30, about 20-25 minutes. What's up, PF? You know I'm not saying it, and now that you're here, I better like that. Okay? No real reason why I'm like in the corner covering something. Screw it. Here's the deal. No talking about you know what up above. If you talk about it, I'm not going to answer your question about it. No matter who it is, no matter what nickname comes in here and says, hey, nice, whatever, I'm not even going to call it anymore. I'm just going to say PF. But no talking about it, as I've just talked about it for another 40 seconds. Masters of the Universe. Oh my God, I can't believe you even brought that up. Dumped it in the creek. So you had to what? Chop it up first, or how did you get rid of it? Or how did you know, let it meet its doom? Nice nickname. Um, what's your favorite movie? Oh, so many. But some of the classics are definitely like Psycho. Um, I really like The Birds. If we're going back to like the 60s, if we're going to the 70s, then I don't know. I know Cai Cai really liked Carrie a lot. That wasn't really one of my favorite Stephen King movies. Um, Halloween, of course, that's like right up there. In the 90s, I liked Reservoir Dogs, which was a Quentin Tarantino film. Another really, 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 really good one I love from him was Kill Bill, of course. That's like a classic for me, even though it's not like even, I think it was 20 years, not even 20 years ago. I love Kill Bill. But I guess if I had to pick one movie as the all-time favorite movie, I'd go with Halloween. What about you? What's your favorite movie? And if it's other than horror, What's your favorite horror movie as well? Brother shot it. Wow. With a gun. Damn. But you said it wasn't too scary or something, right? What's your favorite music artist or band? Of the groups that you would know, you're in the States, right? Of the groups you would know, I would go with the Strokes. I'm guessing you would know them. They're from New York. And for an EDM type music, I love Knife Party. But one of my favorite all-time bands are Canadian, Tragically Hip. I don't know if you know them. But the last concert I went to was the Strokes. Do you like Guns N' Roses and Queen? Guns N' Roses I used to like back in the 90s. Um, I really only like two songs of theirs. I don't like their slow songs like Patience and November Rain. I don't like. Welcome to the Jungle, of course, is a classic, and Paradise City. If of those two, I would choose Paradise City. And Queen, yeah, Queen is right up there as one of the all-time best, especially Freddie Mercury. As far as songs go by Queen, favorite Queen song. Wow, that's hard. Mm, damn, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. There's just so many to choose from. Like I remember one he did, Freddie Mercury, with Montserrat Cabello, which was for the Olympics back in Barcelona. And the song was called Barcelona with him and a famous opera singer. His voice just hit all the right notes. So that one was just like really, really good. Um, we Are the Champions. Yeah, the thing with We Are the Champions is, did you know it's kind of like a two-song thing? Every time they play We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions follows that. So it's always played both songs together on the radio. I'm still like gonna be thinking now, which Queen song is my favorite? I think maybe I'm gonna have to go with. See, usually I don't like slow songs, but it's called "Love of My Life," and it was very, very. You listen to the words, and if you watch the movie and the time that he was playing it, and yeah, it's a very powerful, powerful, meaningful song. Let's go back here. 80 Krauser said, "Well, this is America, so you blend right in with the guns." um, do you have abs? No, but I've been told I'm ab fab. Just kidding. No, I don't have abs. Like I said, when I was younger, I used to play a lot of ball hockey and soccer. Never went to the gym and worked out. Never been my thing. That's not my bag. What about you? So what's your real nickname on here? Because you've been on here with like so many different nicknames. What's your nickname? Your real one, your original one. Kai Kai is another one to ask about what's her favorite movie because she watches a lot of horror movies as well. So Kai Kai, if you had to pick your top three um, American horror movies or North American horror movies and your top three Asian horror movies, what would they be? I'm really interested to know your top three Asian horror movies. But start off with the American ones first, or North American ones. And if you guys have any recommendations as far as horror movies that aren't so well known, not the usual Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, all those kind of things. What have you guys seen that's pretty good as far as horror movies go that maybe we haven't recognized or is not so famous? Is your shirt Fruit of the Loom? No. You know what? You asked me about Guns N' Roses, right? All right. So what group is this? Well, it's kind of. Who's this guy? Do you know? He was part of a big band, lead singer, no longer here. No clue. I'll give you a line from one of their songs. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Push as far as I can go. Anyway, I didn't know tonight was karaoke night, so I'll shut up now. Do you know it? Or am I going to have to give you another clue? Do you know who that lead singer is or what group he is from? Sounds familiar. Okay, I'll give you another. I'll give you some tracks that they were famous for. Numb. Do you know the song Numb? In the End is what I was like singing. That was from 2002. I'll give you the initials of the lead singer. CB. That's his first name right there. I don't know if you can read it. The band is from or was from California. And this was actually like Britney Spears, one of Britney Spears' favorite bands. Anyway, you don't know who it is. I'll just tell you. Linkin Park. Cai Cai. Carrie, Rosemary's Baby, House of a Thousand Corpses. You know what? That's like an instant classic, right? I'm surprised you didn't say Devil's Rejects then. If you liked House of a Thousand Corpses, I thought for sure you would like Devil's Rejects. And by the way, Cai Cai, there is a third sequel to that movie. It's called Three from Hell. But unfortunately, it was filmed, I believe, last year, only a couple months before Sid Haig died, the Captain Spaulding. So apparently, the story I didn't watch it because I don't want to ruin it because he's gone. So I kind of want to leave it at just the two movies. But apparently in this one they actually did survive what happened in the second one. So yeah, like I said, Sid Haig is only in it for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then they replaced him with somebody else as the third person. I I, I don't want to watch it. But there is a third part to that movie, and it's called Three from Hell for that reason, right? 80 Krauser said, I actually watched Carrie. Thought it was okay, but wasn't blown away though. Yeah, I didn't really like Carrie either. You know what? I actually like the remake better with uh, Chloe Grace Moretz. But Carrie really wasn't one that. Yeah, and Devil's Rejects. Okay, now you got to name me your top three Asian horror movies, Kai Kai. My favorite movie is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That is such a cool B movie. If you're into B movies like that, you should check out movies like The Toxic Avenger or Poultrygeist, where they're like killer chickens. So funny and so cool. I like those kind of movies. Like the cheesier the better. When people say, "Oh my God, this movie's so bad," that's what makes them good. I love Highlander. Not really a horror movie though. Yeah, Highlander is kind of like the knights and types of movies, right? There was one with Heath Ledger. Oh, A Knight's Tale. You might like that one. If you like Highlander type movies, maybe A Knight's Tale would be up your alley. But as far as Asian horror movies go, the last one that won the Best Picture wasn't really a horror movie, but Parasite. Really cool movie from South Korea. Um, a lot of people say that I'm joking. The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is one of the worst movies of all time, but that's why I like them. They're so bad, they're good. You know, I mean, again, it beats all these like big blockbuster Hollywood type movies that everybody goes crazy for. It's those kind that draw my attention anyway, because it's not so like famous, not so public. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, a lot of people think that Train to Busan is like the best uh, Korean Asian horror movie. I liked it, but I don't think it was the best one. Um, but well, that's South Korea. I even like A Tale of Two Sisters, and that's South Korean. That was really good, and that was back from I think 2002 or 2003. Train to Busan, though, they're making a second one of that too. Anytime money's to be made, they'll make the sequel. I saw Toxic Avenger one time on G4, I think. Yeah, and then they made I think they went up to Toxic Avenger 4, and there was actually a musical in New York, Toxie the Musical, which wow, talk about milking it for all it's worth, you know. And Toxic Avenger was from the 80s. Another one of those cheesy movies. But going back to the horror movie from Asia, I watched again. I wouldn't really classify them as horror movies, more like thrillers. But Mother was another good one. Same director as the one who did Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, I think his name is. Um, Another one I really liked was Helpless, which was kind of a thriller as well. It starts off where the couple was getting married, and so they were driving to the guy's father's house, and he stops off for gas, and then goes inside the gas station to get a coffee as well. And when he comes back, the uh, the soon-to-be wife is not in the car anymore. She just basically disappeared. So he had to go and track her down, and a whole bunch of things happened. That was a really cool movie. If you guys haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend Helpless. I think it was from 2000, either 14 or 15. Uh, I triple dog dare you to take your hat off uh, for your fans. Why? You're like you think I'm cool dude or something. I don't have any hair under my head. Once I get super chat enabled, then you guys can make requests for me to take off my hat. Okay. But I think back when I first started doing YouTube, I think I did my videos without a hat on. I don't even remember. I don't know. I just like having a hat on. Um, and no, I don't go to sleep with a hat on. 80 Krauser, Your Hunter from the Future was a great B movie. Yep, that was another one. I think that was from the 80s as well. Oh, for a horror movie, I did love Howling 2. Somehow they got Christopher Lee in it. Did you watch the original one? I would have to say it's better. Whispering Corridors 4, Voice, House, and Goxen. Voice is part of Whispering Corridors 4? I think there was, oh, the one I'm thinking of was called, it was either Voice or White. Is Voice part of that Whispering Corridors that you're saying? Or is Voice, um, is that the one where there was like a K-pop group and there was one song that made them really, really famous, but it also turned each other against each other? Something like that? Is that one? Or Whispering Corridors? But even, why would you pick part four? Why not the whole like package? What was so special about four that you liked? Do you look more like your mom or your dad? My mom, easily. Um, yeah, because I'm from the northern part where it's not like people are darker than in the south, people are dark. In the north, people are light. So my dad was more like dark skinned, well, darker skinned, and my mom was more like lighter skinned. But not just the looks, but also the attitude and everything. They always told me I always took after my mom, because four is the first one I watched from that whole package. So did you ever watch one, two, and three? I think there was what, five in total, no? Why would you watch four first? Kai Kai, you're going backwards. Let me guess. If you had a choice, you'd sit at the back of the bus. Yeah, there's five, right? Do you sit at the back of the bus? I'm just curious. And I don't mean that in a racist way. Never saw Howling 1, but nothing beats Christopher Lee versus Werewolf Lady, though. Is it a problem? Yes, I did. Ha ha ha. I knew it. That's why I didn't even have to ask. I should have just said, you're a back of the bus sitter, aren't you? I just took 19 200 milligram caffeine pills. What do I do? Didn't you do that last week too or something? Why would you do that? What do those do, anyways? I have no idea. What and why did you do that? Let's see what's making news today. Wow, it's already 11:30. Time flies when you're having fun or just chit-chatting, passing time. I didn't mean to. Bro, just a word of advice. If you're actually doing stuff like that, I wouldn't say it on YouTube. You could get in a lot of trouble. I'm not trying to like rat you out or something. I'm just giving you a word of advice. Okay, so we're gonna go and see what's or if there's any good true crime happening. Stay on till 1 tonight. I explained I can't because the phone after 1 hour, after an hour, it kind of like dies. So I don't want to stay where the charger is because the charger is too far from where I'm sitting. And if I do plug it in while I'm doing it, it's very, very, very uncomfortable. So um, that's why I usually go for about an hour at night. But I'm on during the daytime as well, once in a while, like this afternoon. I was actually on with my co-host Cai Cai. We discussed movies, so that was around 4 o'clock Eastern. So check every once in a while, even on the about page. I do list on there when I can what's coming up. Like again, tomorrow we're going to be covering some Asian movies, and look out for that one. Knife Collector, getting a late start, was cleaning house. Knife Collector, you're always here anyways. I don't worry about you, my man. You take your time, you do what you got to do, and come on whenever you can. I see you're always here, so appreciate you as always. Why don't you charge your phone before? I do. It's an Android. It's a Samsung Galaxy Note 4, I think, or something like that. It dies like within an hour because of streaming, I guess, live streaming. The battery just drains really quick. So after about an hour, it's like I start at 11, it's at 100%. By midnight, I get the little beep beep saying that there's like 15% left. And then it just like within 5 minutes, it'll be dead. So that's why I usually cut off after about an hour. Who is actor Hagen Mills? Get a longer cord. Yeah, I plan on doing that. But then again, I got to get some sleep too, right? Actor Hagen Mills fatally shoots self, attempts to kill girlfriend. Who's this actor? Let's check it out. Does anybody know this guy? Okay. Some actor. We're about to find out what was he in and why did he do it. Actor Hagen Mills fatally shoots self, tries to kill girlfriend, and attempted murder-suicide. Hagen Mills appeared in TV shows including Baskets and the 2020 horror film Starlight. Well, it's not a very popular movie. I've never even heard of it. Hagen Mills, an actor who appeared in TV shows including Baskets, died by suicide Tuesday after he allegedly shot the mother of his 4-year-old daughter and then killed himself. Loser. According to Mayfield Police Department, Mills, 29, shot 34-year-old Erica Price in the arm and chest as she entered her residence in Mayfield, Kentucky. Police said Mills has held his daughter and her grandmother hostage inside the home until Price returned home from work. The child and grandmother were not injured in the incident. Thank God. When police arrived shortly after 5:45 p.m. Tuesday, they were met by the injured Price outside. She told officers that Mills was still inside and had turned the gun on himself. Price was taken to the hospital and is listed in stable condition. Mills, who lived in Graves County, was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say a motive is unclear. Mills also appeared in Swedish Dicks and the 2020 horror film Starlight. Never heard of it. You don't need sleep. Oh, really? Are we not human? Knife collector. Never heard of him. Yeah, me neither. I've been up for 3 days and 16 hours. 80 Krauser. Cool story. Thanks, Krauser. Yeah, I just figured, try to find some stories that didn't quite make it on the news tonight or something other than the COVID news. What's this one? Missing persons, possible victims of homicide in Chino Valley, Arizona. Oh, they're still talking about the paralyzed woman in China buried alive. We covered that the other day. Urgent. Madison Bell missing from Greenfield, Ohio. Oh, this was a wacky one. Okay. I think this was from almost a week ago. I don't think I ever covered it. Just by the title alone is going to be like, WTF? What on earth is going on in this story? Just check out just by the title, okay? And this was in the UK, I believe. Christian, welcome. Check it out. Police officers find human torso in a suitcase being carried by a couple walking on the road. So, a police officer allegedly found a human torso in a suitcase being carried by a couple on the English-Welsh border. 2 people have been arrested on suspicion of murder after the discovery on Tuesday night, and a large area on the outskirts of Coalfield remains cordoned off. It is understood other body parts have been found in the surrounding area in the Forest of Dean. The couple were allegedly walking along a road when a passing police officer became suspicious of them and stopped to ask what was in the case. A spokesperson for Gloucestershire Police said on Wednesday, due to an ongoing police investigation, road closures and scene guards are in place between Monmouth and Coalfield. Shortly after 11:30 p.m. on Tuesday, May 12, officers discovered suspected human remains. That's just messed up. A woman from Birmingham, aged in her 20s, and a man from Wolverhampton, aged in his 30s, have been arrested on suspicion of murder in connection with the investigation and remain in police custody. There was a large police presence in the area yesterday, with roads to the scene all closed and a police helicopter hovering overhead. One resident said on Tuesday, the tents weren't there when I went out this morning, but they had appeared by the time I got back. I don't know what's going on, but they say I can't even walk along the road. Somebody said they had found a body, and the police say the road will be closed all day. Another who lives within the area said, I don't know what's happening. I didn't notice anything until I drove down the road and came to the road block. I asked if I could go through, and they said yes, but I might not be able to get back in again. One of the officers said the road might be closed for a few days, so it must be serious. Oh, yeah. Find a torso in a suitcase. Maybe, might be, yeah, possible. Craziness. Cai Cai, why? Wow, nice horror movie material. That's for sure. But where's the other parts of the body? That's the other question. Sounds like an opening to a Tarantino movie. Exactly. You look like a stereotypical janitor. Okay. Matt Mendez, what's up, my friend? I look like a stereotypical janitor coming from some guy who just supposedly took 19 caffeine pills. All right. I always say peace and love, and no comment's gonna affect me, but that's kind of a diss, you know. Um, but again, I'll take it because I'm not the type of guy who will just kick you, but I would appreciate not those kind of comments over and over again, or else I just might have to. You know what I mean? Got a lot of patience, bro. Um, yeah, thanks, knife. It's uncalled for, bro. It's uncalled for. Don't know why you would say that. Maybe it's the pills talking. Let's see what else is out here. Christian says he's been awake because he's been smoking meth all night. LMFAO. 80 Krauser. Lots of people getting into cannibalism and dark magic stuff, getting crazy out there. It's not even a bad thing. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I mean, you know, I think if I said to you, "Hey, bro, you sound like a doctor," you would take that as a compliment, right? I'm not saying you should call me like a doctor or something, but I'm just saying like if I said to you, "Hey, man, you sound like you work at McDonald's." Again, not a diss, but I don't think you would take it like as a compliment either. You know what I'm saying? Or the worst thing you can say is maybe like a Walmart greeter. You know, those are the ones that are always like, yeah, okay. I'm a I'm a I'm a janitor who dresses up like a doctor when I clean up the schools. I operate on the school garbages. I just laugh. I do. I just shrug it off. That's why I said I just shrug it off. It's all good. But is there any way you can like change your uh, change your username? It's not like I want competition or something. Kai Kai, yeah, I'm gonna be having you as my mod. I'm just thinking of doing it after the movie trivia because I don't think it'd be fair if I put you as a mod and then also included you as part of able to play in the game. You know. How are you doing today, Mavakaga? Matt, I am doing amazing as always. How are you doing, my friend? It was actually really nice today. Um, Almost to the point of just like t-shirt weather up here, but still had like long sleeves on. But it was a really nice day today. I'm gonna try to find one more case story to read, and then we'll. What happened to your mods, bro? Um, well, Fanny was pretty busy the last few months, and um, Tia once in a while comes in. But I've noticed that Kai Kai has been joining me a lot lately, so she is definitely next in line to be my mod. Knife collector, no Kai. He needs a mod, not a model. Should be my model mod. And knife, no hitting on my subscribers, dude. Come on, peace and love. Peace and love. We're not in Woodstock. You can't just make out with anybody who you think is like nice and peace and love. You know what I mean? Kai Kai has to be like on an even level playing field. Especially since I heard that, she has somebody. So yeah, I would never think of like never mind. 80 Krauser says it's going to be in the low 90s in a matter of days here. Been in the 80s. 80s is pretty comfortable though, right? Isn't like 80s, 15, 25, 20. That's about 27 degrees Celsius. 90s, you're really pushing the heat up. That's a little too hot. It gets past 70. I need an AC knife collector. Okay, here's a. These are one of those like wacky stories that almost sound like it can't be true, can it? But apparently, this one is. Let me show you the picture of the. That's the truck, all right? And now, what's the story about this truck? From the police report, they say man's pickup truck stolen while he was robbing store. No joke. Let's pull up this. I'm just going to read a bit of it. I'm not going to read a lot of it. That's just ridiculous. 80 Krauser. Humidity will last until June sometime. Then it gets really hot. Yeah, you remember a few years back when they had that heat wave, especially in Europe? That was killer. A man accused of robbing a store in Washington state got a taste of instant karma when someone stole his getaway vehicle, according to police. The Kennewick Police Department said 42-year-old William Kelly lifted some items from a business around 6 a.m. Sunday. During that time, police said a man on a bike rode past Kelly's red 1992 Chevy pickup and noticed the keys on the seat. The bicyclist then picked up his 10-speed, threw it in the bed of the truck, and drove away. When Kelly finally walked outside, he realized his truck was gone and called police. Oh, what a moron. It wasn't until officers reviewed a surveillance video that they discovered Kelly was at the location because he was allegedly stealing as well. Police arrested Kelly on an outstanding warrant and added a burglary charge. Officers have not found Kelly's truck or the person who stole it. Karma's coming to get you, and karma got you. 80 Krauser. Freaking summer lasts from April to May to October. From April or May to October. Yep, 6 months. Oh, well, meth labs and moonshine. Hey, buddy, that's my state's primary economic activity. Stop being so offensive. Oh, boy, he's going to get attacked now nonstop. All right, so what I was thinking was regarding this movie trivia game. I'm thinking of starting it Monday night at 11 p.m. and run it for either 3 or 4 nights consecutively. I'm not sure which yet. I will let you guys know probably on the Sunday night stream. But basically how it will work is I will describe certain movies, and whoever's the first one to give me the correct name of the movie has to be spelled correctly and everything. No spelling mistakes. Will gain a point, and then at the end of the 3 or 4 nights, whatever we decide we're going to do, the one with the most points will win a movie of that comes out next Tuesday. Movie releases come out next Tuesday. I will find one. You know what? I'll give you guys a choice. I'll give the actual people, whoever wins, I'll give you a choice of what movie you can pick, and that will entice you more to stick around and play all 3 or 4 nights. Let me find out what's coming out next week, and then give you guys an idea as to what movies is available to win. But yeah, the person with at the end of the 3 or 4 nights with the most points will win a Blu-ray of their choice from options I'll give you that come out next week. Let me give you some idea as to what comes out next week. When are you doing this, says Christian? I'm thinking Monday. I will verify it Sunday night on the stream on Sunday night, but I'm thinking of doing this from Monday to either Wednesday or Thursday every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So next week's releases, which would be May 26th, as a Tuesday. Oh, it's The Invisible Man comes out next week. Okay, I might do that one then. That would be good. Yeah, that one was supposed to come out of the theaters, but then as soon as COVID started, that was actually the first movie that they put out that you were able to watch online for like $20 or something. So it never made it to the theater. So we'll go with that one. Okay. So whoever wins next week will get a copy, of course sealed, of The Invisible Man, the new one, the 2020 version. Damn, I still gotta watch that too. Um, Kai Kai, you watched the 2020 one? Don't give away too much of it. Why am I not surprised you watched it? You're such a movie freak. How was it? You like 99.9% of the movies you watched. Yep. What? You watched it? The new one? What? Was it good? What are you saying yep to? All of them? Matt, are you a big movie buff, Mala? Yeah, big time. Especially horror movies. Any kind. American or Asian. But I love all kinds of movies. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be like a horror movie, but it's supposed to be like a thriller. Not scary, but pretty good. Matt, yeah, we also, today we just started reviewing movies from this week that came out on Tuesdays. Movies, new release come out every Tuesday. So I think we covered like 26 movies or something. Kai Kai, how many did we cover today? Was it 26 or something? And basically any new release that hit Blu-ray, we covered it and we reviewed it today. So check out that video when you have time. And we're going to be doing another one tomorrow about Asian movies. So it was a lot of fun. And if you guys dig that kind of stuff, do join tomorrow as well. We might do it as a premiere so we can all talk about it while we watch it. It might be a little bit easier than doing a live stream because during the daytime I do a live stream during on the PC, and I think it takes up too much CPU power. So sometimes it cuts out and it gets laggy. So I think we'll do that as a premiere, but we'll definitely be on the premiere as well so we can all chat about it. Um, is the video still up? Yeah, definitely. It would just put up at 4 o'clock today. It was a live stream. Um, yeah, so check it out afterwards. If you have a problem finding it, let me know, but it should definitely be there. I mean, it was posted. What I notice about YouTube though, like even these live streams that I'm doing from the phone here, the next day I wake up and I notice that it's still not on YouTube. And then I go and edit the description, put in, I don't even think I put in tags. I just put in the description. And then after like a couple hours, it appears. But another thing I noticed was that the views, like I posted videos yesterday and within a couple hours they had like, 60, 70 views, whatever. But then I check back like 24 hours later and it shows like 20 views or 30 views. What's going on? Is it just me or I don't know. Ever since I deleted all my reused content that YouTube said I had, I've noticed that the views are creeping up and down, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you had 50 viewers, 50 views, how do you the next day have 30? Something's weird with YouTube. So I don't know what's happening, but I think there is an issue with YouTube, and it's been like 3 or 4 days now. Is the video still up? Yes. Beautiful night here in Malibu, California. YouTube is weird like that. It seems to be the last few days. Thought it was going to rain this afternoon, but it all stayed to the south of us. Lucky you, 80 Krauser. Well, you need some rain though too for your crops, right? Like, don't you? What happens if you ever have a drought? Yeah, subscriber count is fine. I mean, before I deleted the reused content, I think I had like 1,680 or something subscribers, and now last I checked, it was like 1,671. So it was obvious I was going to lose subscribers because when I first started doing videos, it was all about COVID-19, and a lot of people were interested in talking about that and nothing else. But I figured, you know what? I want to have a channel where you can discuss different things because different people have different things they want to talk about. So if I always talk about the same thing, after a while, it gets repetitive. There's only so much of one thing you can talk about. So we kind of like to mix it up, and I also want to chat about what you guys want to chat about. It's not always about me, and I don't think we always want to talk about COVID. So that's the reason why I didn't make as many videos or live streams about COVID-19. And not only that, it's really, really depressing to talk about something like that. It's so serious, and once in a while you want to lighten it up, you know? And the more you try to preach peace and love, there's only so much energy and power you can have and be uplifting, you know? 80 Krauser had one last year, didn't make much until September, October. Christian says, how long have you been on YouTube, Mava? That's how I found you while you were talking about COVID-19. I did the COVID-19 since about January when it first started in Wuhan. But as far as being on YouTube, I think it was last year or the year before. I covered the first thing I did was cover the two BC killers, Breyer Schmigelski and Ken McLeod, and that really got a lot of views as well. I was just basically reading the updates as to there was a big massive manhunt in Canada for these two guys who just went missing for like a month. Nobody could find them, and then they ended up finding them I think three or four provinces over from where they originally started, and yeah, they apparently shot themselves or something. But there's a whole other controversy about that as well. But if you check back to my like very first videos, you'll see a bunch of videos about those two guys, and that's what I started with on YouTube. I was always more into like true crime and stuff as well, so that's why I started with that one. And as you can see, I always read an article or here or there about true crime, and I did a couple of videos even on Elisa Lam and what was it? There was another one. Oh yeah, Sol Pais was the other one. So there were a few I made that were true crime. I enjoy that kind of thing too. So 80 Krauser was 90 plus and didn't rain for like 2 to 3 months. We would get like a short shower, but not enough to wet the ground. Yeah, I hear you. Matt says I found you from your COVID-19 videos as well. Maybe I'll do it again about COVID, but um, there's another guy who has a agenda-free TV or something. He talks about it ad nauseum. Like at first I was interested and I watched him, but when you see for like 3, 4 hours every day, it's kind of like what they're doing on CNN and Fox, and I try to stay away from mainstream media. So if I'm going to come on here and see the news and see what's new and to hear still about COVID for 3, 4 hours, I might as well just watch mainstream. It's the same crap, right? How much more information are they going to have that mainstream doesn't? Now it's like it's out. We knew about it back in January and we were talking about it way before mainstream media and way before other people. But again, I'm not here to brag and say, oh, we were one of the first ones or whatever. No, we might do more COVID-19 videos, but not as much as we did before. It's just too depressing. I mean, it's out there. That's it. Knife Collector says, when there is 100 channels talking about the same thing, it's hard to get a following unless you're one of the big boys. Having various topics is much more interesting. Yeah, thanks a lot, Knife. I appreciate that. And like I said, and like you're saying, 100 channels talking about the same thing, it does. And it gets really, not just for followers, but it just gets repetitive. And why would I do that? It's boring, not just for the followers, but also to the person making these videos. I'd rather, I said it before, instead of having 1,000 viewers watching my live stream, I'd rather have like the 10 or whatever is here at a time, because I get to know each and every one of you personally. You know what I mean? And it feels more like a family, more tight knit, where we're all about peace and love. No fighting, no arguing. And if somebody does get out of line, they're not going to last here very long. They'll just leave by themselves because they know they're not wanted here. No need to kick them out or tell them go F himself or whatever. I'm rambling on. So, up, down, turn around. What do you eat for breakfast? To be honest with you, I just have coffee in the morning. I'm not much of a morning eater. Not much appetite in the morning. Christian says, yeah, I remember hearing about that on the news a while back. It was even on the national news here in the USA. 80 Krauser, this year temperatures are far more seasonal, but rain is actually way up. Matt, I subbed to you, bro. Tonight? Did you do it? Thanks a lot, Matt. I appreciate that. And welcome to the family, man. You'll see that. But you've been here before. You know what kind of channel we have here. It's all about great people. And again, I'm not kissing anybody's ass. I'm just being honest. 80 Krauser. I just watched Peak Prosperity because he's an actual pathologist and looks at the actual papers. Yeah, and again, but once in a while, you know what I mean? You don't want to watch it ad nauseum either. At least I don't. I don't know about you guys. Christian, yeah, I kind of get tired of hearing about COVID 19. The YouTuber Shrimp Zoo talks a lot about COVID 19. A lot of people talk a lot about COVID 19. But what I notice is a lot of them also do it because of the views and the subscribers and to try to get big fast on YouTube. Um, I was always under the impression that to make it big or to want to make it big, you got to go slowly. You got to talk about current events, not just one thing. And it's not about getting a million subscribers in the first week or something. If that's all you're trying to do, then you're never going to make it on YouTube. And if that's your main goal, well, then you got to work at it just like anything else in life. Nothing is easy. You know, you hear people saying, oh, just go on YouTube, make a couple of videos, and you'll make a lot of money and all that. For me, it's I could already be in the partner program, but yeah, I tried back in February and I had reused content. So just lately, I've decided to delete it, and I might apply for the partner program next month. But as I said, I've been on here for almost 2 years, and I never thought of it like, oh my God, I got to get that 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, so I can make some money. Because if that was my frame of thought, I would have quit 2 days after I started, 2 years ago. So it's 2 years later, and I'm still here, and I've never once made a penny from this platform. So it's not about that for me. And if that's what it was about, then I'd be fooling all of you to say, I appreciate each and every one of you, because it would be like, no, man, I'm only here for the money. And that's not what I'm here for. So again, another spiel. I'm sorry, guys, for rambling on about it. 80 Krauser. Most people worth watching don't get monetized in my experience. Because of what? Their views on certain subjects, or why is that? I think it would be more fun to not worry about the viewers you get or whatever, but I think it would be fun to like do super chats. Because as I said, I follow this one guy, Cool Duder, who does movie reviews, and he enabled super chat, and he is really grateful when he gets those. And that's the cool way to do it, because that way you know exactly who's helping you out, who's contributing to your channel, who's like really interested in you. They show their appreciation by like giving you a tip or something. So I find that pretty cool, the super chat thing. But yeah, I would prefer that over the YouTube partner program, but you can't have one without the other, right? They won't apply you just for one without the other. Mostly, I guess, but even the homestead garden kind of channels get hassled. YouTube is very picky. You got to be careful what you say, and even sometimes when you just follow everything by the letter, they'll still demonetize you. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I wouldn't spend too much time on that. If people are like, if this is their bread and butter, then of course I'd be worried, but not for me. Matt says, YouTube has too many rules these days, and YouTube takes most of your money. Exactly. Up, down, turnaround. He also has like 400 viewers a stream. Again, more power to him. That's not my style. I don't want 400 viewers a stream, to be quite honest with you. Because think about it. If we had 400 viewers a stream, there is no way in hell I could answer each and every one of your guys' questions. And even now, it's like sometimes I'm reading an article or something and I miss some of your questions. So there's no way I can handle 400 viewers a stream. I know there's like mods and everything else you can get, but I would rather have like one mod or two mods at the most, and just get to know each and everybody as much as I can. So that's the reason why I wouldn't want to really expand and blow up like that. That's the God honest truth. Guys, you know what it's time for. It's an hour. So, like I said, tomorrow, I don't know what time yet. We will be putting up a premiere. I will host one more time with my co host Cai Cai. We'll talk about Asian movies this time. Be on the lookout for that. I will update it on the About page when I do know when I will be putting it up. And it will also, I think, will show up on your guys' timeline if you guys make sure you hit that bell icon, so you'll get notified when you do get that, when I do put up that release. Uh, the more bigger you get, yeah, the more you have to watch out for the trolls. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. I'd rather have a close, tight-knit group of people. Guys, if you haven't already, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, Matt, if you did subscribe tonight, thanks a lot. Welcome to the family. But I've seen you here before, and I know you're one of the good ones. So for tonight, I'm going to call it a night. We're going to talk again tomorrow night, and look for that premiere sometime tomorrow. Check the about page, and make sure you hit that bell icon so you will get notified when it does go up. All right. Peace and love to all my friends and family. Stay strong. Stay healthy. Family first. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Truly do. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mavakaga. Oh.